So Trading212 is back in the UK. It has come out in the last few weeks that Trading212 is now accepting customers again in the UK, and this follows over a year really, a year to 2 year period of UK customers not being able to join Trading212. Now this is quite a big deal because I would say that over 50% of the people that watch my videos do use Trading212 as the main broker, and if it wasn't for them suspending or not allowing users to join Trading212 in the last year or two, I would say that even higher than that amount would have been using this platform. So I get quite a lot of questions about Trading212. I get asked what's my favorite broker, what do I think of Trading212, and just a million questions in general about Trading212. So even though this has been covered in many other places on the YouTube scene, I thought, you know what, I will do this for you guys and just talk about what's currently going on at the moment with Trading212. So obviously brokers are really important when you're investing, and I would say that Trading212 is a fantastic broker. However, they have hit many issues in the last few months. What happened is Trading212 had a massive surge of customers through 2020 into 2021. Now Trading212 came out and announced that they are going to be shutting down the platform for people to come join, and you will go on a waiting list. And by the way, if you are still on that waiting list, I have been told by Trading212 that you shouldn't be, and if you are having that problem, you need to contact Trading212 and you'll be removed off that, and that account should get set up fine. I've heard that a few times from a few people. But getting back to the point is they suspended users from joining the platform. Now when they suspended users from joining the platform, the first bit of news that we had is that they are suspending because of demand. However, that issue then carried on for a year and a half, and within a few months period of time, everyone kind of went, this is not an internal issue with being able to support the accounts for Trading212. There's something more going on behind the scenes here with Trading212. However, there was a lack of communication and no one knows exactly what went on behind the scenes. Now we do know the EU platform came live for users a long time ago before it came back onto the UK side of it, which automatically gets alarm bells ringing because we have a lot of tougher regulations in the UK. Something went on where someone wasn't happy from a regulatory point of view, that they were not happy with what Trading212 was doing, and they had to make improvements before they were allowed to take on new users. However, what I just said there is total speculation from me, because like we said, we have never had communication what was going on behind the scenes from Trading212, but they would definitely see more than what they were suggesting. And that was really the one big issue that I had personally with Trading212, is there was a lack of communication of what was going on behind the scenes. Now it seems that has been resolved, because obviously now they're allowed to take on new accounts, and if you do look inside the business at the moment, or the filings, there has been a lot of changes inside the company from a board point of view. And now after that's all been said and done and the speculation is over, they are back taking on new clients, which is really good to see, because I think Trading212 is a very good platform. But also, before we get onto the good side of Trading212, like we said, really it has suffered from a lack of communication, as we have had the waiting list issue, no new accounts being allowed on the platform, as well as that recently Trading212 came out and saying that they are going to, on certain amounts of stocks, they're going to limit the amount of shares that you can own on them certain amount of stocks, which I did a separate video on if you do want to check out that video. But they did start limiting the amount of shares that you can own. However, for the vast majority of it, the shares that you are limited to are quite small speculative stocks or dual listings, so mostly you'll be okay, but it is worth checking out. And for the stocks that you probably would own, like for Apple for example, the limit is something like £5 million worth, which should be okay for most people that are going to be using the platform. So apart from the lack of communication, which has been the disappointing side from Trading212, they have now rectified all them problems and they are operating again, which is positive. Now there was also in that time frame, because there was so much speculation, there was a lot of negativity put out there, some on YouTube as well, where there's a lot of false claims that because Trading212 have suspended new accounts joining, the reason why is they're having financial difficulties. Now we did cover this on another video, which we did go into a deep dive into their accounts, and you'll actually be able to see that Trading212 is actually a very profitable platform, one of the most profitable freemium models out there, and as well as that, they do have a fantastic balance sheet as well. And obviously they're regulated, and so they've got a really financial good position from a profit point of view and a balance point of view, so there's not really any risk to Trading212. Whatever regulatory issues that we think they've had, it looks like they've been resolved and they're able to operate again. So yeah, there's just really a little bit of lack of communication there, which would be very good for them to improve on. But apart from that, we know it's a fantastic safe platform. Now onto the positives with Trading212. Now over the last kind of year, 2 years, obviously, personally for me, I've been asked a lot when people look to invest. I'm looking for a broker to start investing with. I've not been able to point people in the direction of Trading212 because they're not taking on clients. And for me personally, I've been saying that free trade was the one that I was pushing people towards and saying, I think if I was having to go here, I'd probably go to free trade. But even saying that with free trade, they do have a few problems here, which I don't think really Trading212 have. First of all, they have ISAs. ISAs are also free to access. Some platforms charge for you to get access to their ISAs, and when you're investing, you want to be using an ISA to buy and sell your shares for most of the time anyway. You want to be buying and selling your shares in ISA. For some platforms, you've got to pay to get access to it, and for some platforms as well, like Lightyear, which is a good platform, unfortunately they don't have ISAs, which I think is really important, which you do get with Trading212. As well as that, you have a vast majority of stocks and being able to access them. Trading212 has a lot of stocks on the platform. Some platforms have paywalls to get access to all them stocks, which is a little bit annoying once again. And as well as that, some platforms are fantastic, like Invest Engine, but on them sort of platforms, you're kind of limited to ETFs. With Trading212, you have easy access to ISA and you have plenty of stocks. And also when you look at the fee structure for buying and selling, it's a free model as well. Now, a few people argue there's a few little hidden costs when you're buying and selling and spreads and everything like that. However, when you actually click the buy button or sell button, it won't cost you anything extra to buy or sell them stocks. And that is really important as well, and it's a very low cost platform compared to some of the kind of more mature brokers that are out there. So to get the combination here with Trading212, you still get the massive selection of stocks, none hidden behind a paywall. You get easy access to an ISA which is free as well, and as well as that, basically it's a freemium model and it's probably the best one out there. I think Trading212, to have it back on the scene, is very much needed. There's been a massive gap since Trading212 went off the scene with a lot of these issues in the last year, 2 years. And sure, it's not been very clear about what's been going on behind the company, and they could improve the communication. But apart from that, it's still a very safe platform. I still think when you look at the structure of the platform, it's still the best platform out there. And now they're back, I think it fills the gap that we need. And I will let you know, obviously most of you guys will know, personally for me, I keep a vast majority of my investing funds in Trading212. I do split that between this one and DEGIRO, but for me, I really like this platform. Me personally, I think it's the best UK broker out there, and I think it's really good for it to come back on the scene. And I think that there will be a massive expansion of people that have been waiting to get back onto using Trading212 and joining it. Now it's back up and operating. So I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, guys. And if you do want to join Trading212, I'll leave a link in the description. You join through there. You also get a free share worth up to £100. I'll leave it in the comment box and I'll leave it in the description as well. But yeah, good to see Trading212 back. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in a bit.